And we are back going into what could very well be the final game or series that we cast tonight. Finally, we have some representation that is neither Protoss nor Zerg. And I tell you, what a Terran player to cast. We got a doozy.
Yeah, we finally have a Terran player on the CranKy Ducklings stream. You know, we were thinking about it. We were talking about, like, are we going to go Su versus Impact, or are we going to go Trap versus someone else? Like, I don't know. Not too sure. But, you know, we decided to, you know, give something to all the Terrans out there. Speaking of, here we have the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE. We've been following him for a couple of series now. You know, we'll see if he's able to make it all the way. It is representing Jino Greenwings, Trap.
And in the top right-hand corner of the map, starting in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the blue Terran representing Team KaiZ Gaming, KZG. And I gotta tell you right now, Light, I'm feeling a little bit like Björn, because the player up in the top right is not, or will be representing the Republic of Korea, but he is not an imitation. He is, in fact, the actual, legitimate INnoVation.
Mate.
Manine.
To be fair, kind of surprising seeing INnoVation in the lower bracket.
A little bit, but he did have a pretty stacked competition.
Yeah, Rogue not exactly, I guess, performing as well as he would like here at the start of, you know, January 2020. But, you know, he did manage to bring down INnoVation, and yeah, we're casting him here in the lower bracket, which is, you know, again, to me at least, quite surprising.
I guess it's sort of a blessing in disguise, because elsewise we would have gotten into another ZVP.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very, very true.
Yeah, we will see what INnoVation can come across. Whenever I think of these two players facing off, they've got... I kind of feel like INnoVation is... He's just looking to rival everyone. So people know him for now being basically the player, other than Raynor, who can consistently take out Serral. He had a bit of a rivalry with Su back in the day. For the longest time, I thought him and Rogue were actually having a bit of a rivalry going on. But I feel like throughout every GSL, INnoVation will always play at least two Jinner players. And more often than not, he can take out at least one. Whether it's Maru, whether it's Trap. But sometimes the tables are turned. Like
I feel like a lot of people also, they're kind of interested to see what kind of form INnoVation is in coming into like this new year, this new season. You know, INnoVation, he's had his up and downs throughout the year. You know, at times he's like the dominant Terran, at other times he kind of looks like he's fallen off. He has kind of, you know, regardless, he has kind of been like this like kind of solid like macro Terran. Unlike someone like Maru, for example, who can be very cheesy at times. In saying that, though,
you say that, but INnoVation has thrown out a lot of proxies starting from 2018, I feel.
Yeah. And in saying that, though, like, more recently, the kind of standard, like, macro Terran that's been on the rise and everyone's been looking at has been Cure. Speaking of Jino Greenwings, ex-Jino Greenwings now, I guess. Yeah. But, like, again, so that's kind of why I want to see where Inno is at, like, in relation to someone like Cure, you know, where he's been taking down, like, a bunch of, like, top-tier players like Zest, and even going 3-2 versus Serral, added like a 300 ping disadvantage, you know, like Cure has been like on the rise, and I kind of want to see where INnoVation is, you know, because like people are talking about Cure, but like INnoVation could still be like up there, you know.
Definitely. As the old saying goes, form is temporary, class is permanent, and INnoVation is definitely the legendary Terran player in StarCraft 2. I think a lot of people would say that he's one of the greatest, even, or at least in top 3 when it comes to Terran. But he has fluctuated a heck of a lot. Hasn't really done a lot in 2018 and 2019. He won WESG, but I kind of feel like INnoVation is a player who really needs motivation. I know which is why he wins WESG, because that's a lot of money. That's my motivation. But like throughout, I feel like because in 2019 INnoVation was on the up and up, right? But I think a lot of people do agree that throughout that year it was pretty rough for Terran. And I kind of feel like INnoVation is the type of player who's kind of like, well, I'm just gonna see what happens. There's no point.
Yeah, I feel like especially in 2019 though, I feel like a lot of people kind of slept on INnoVation. I think like a couple of weeks ago an article came out saying, hey,
by
Snorlax. Yeah, it was like, hey, remember INnoVation did win.
Sorry. He did win WSG. And he was so excited when INnoVation won WSG.
Yeah, because like literally everyone forgot that happened. Like, because that was like the only like big achievement from INnoVation in 2019.
Yep. By the way, the Raven got sniped, and that is absolutely huge. Split Stalkers are pretty much uncontested right now. INnoVation will slowly try to chase them.
Oh, nice.
Recalled. And without that Raven, I gotta say, INnoVation's army is just infinitely weaker, or maybe not infinitely, but always a lot weaker than if it does have a Raven.
Yeah, especially in this matchup, Interference Matrix can be so valuable when it comes to locking down like Protoss high-tech units, whether it be even like War Prism and things like that. As well as now we have Colossus on the way, it looks like, with a robotics facility being made.
I think I know what this build coming out for the Protoss player is going to be, but this is a lot of gateways coming out.
Yeah, that it is. And the Banshee does get caught out.
It does. Trap just looking so solid throughout this entire run. If he was tilted at all to losing a parting, I think he's very much gotten over it.
Yeah. And again, like, we didn't really get to touch on it, but INnoVation did go for a 1-1-1 opening. He did go for Banshees, and his Banshees haven't really done anything at all. He tried to go into the natural, and Trap was ready for it. Here he dove into the main, and the Banshee got sniped. Like, not a good start, not a good opening from INnoVation. Trap kind of looking really strong right now, but we'll see.
He's just very aggressively expanding, knowing that INnoVation can't really contest him right now.
Getting a 4th even. Oh my god. Wow. It's quite greedy.
But we shall see. With this build, we can really get into one of the things that INnoVation in recent years, not really historically, but definitely in recent patches, has been doing very, very well, is his drops. He is getting up there as a multi-pronged sort of drop player. Which isn't really what I would have thought of him a little bit earlier.
Surprisingly, Trap poking in right now, trying to push into the natural, but
not really coming too much to this. He knows that this is actually really good if you can isolate these units. But a hot pickup does come in from INnoVation. Meanwhile, that was just a distraction. There is a lot of bio here though, but 6 SCVs already have gone down, and he's losing so much mining time. INnoVation is. Look at that income difference.
I was wondering why Trap was
pushing
as
a 4th base.
I was wondering why Trap was pushing into the natural, but it was a distraction. It did pull INnoVation's attention all the way down to the south, and 10 SCVs go down. Mate. This
is this is definitely going to starve out INnoVation, and I have to wonder what is he planning next. He's going for that Ghost Academy fairly quickly, which kind of surprises me. I don't know, maybe he's anticipating Ghosts, but I suppose Ghosts are fairly versatile in TVP regardless of what you're facing, but I would not have expected that early of a Ghost Academy.
I mean, I quite like it. It does like favor well for that bio style that INnoVation is going for with all of his racks. Getting those EMPs off are going to be so important when it comes to those Ghosts, and he could like brute force his way through Trap's army, but I don't know if INnoVation has seen what Trap's tech is, or even if like he knows that these Colossus are on the way.
CTs now. As he has scanned his... No, that was to get rid of an observer, but Trap is basically going for the kitchen sink, which will cover all of his bases in terms of making sure that INnoVation doesn't have a direct counter. However, mixing and matching splash damage like this does overall make your army a little bit weaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Quite a bit, actually.
With that scan, INnoVation did see that Disruptor and that Colossus come out of the natural, so he does know.
Good.
Yeah, he doesn't know about this army composition, but how he will be able to handle it is another question. Like, especially with losing that Raven early on.
I also think he's prepared for the DTs. And that's Blink being researched. Somebody call Ravi, Fear Dragon.
Oh my god, Blink? Jesus Christ. This is something that INnoVation has no idea about, and we'll see if, like, I don't know if we'll see like a mass DT hit squad go into the main or something, like, or some nightmare sort of build. But INnoVation getting a nice Viking count. I do quite like it. Maybe too many just for 2 Colossus. Oh no, never mind. There are 3 Colossus.
Yeah, there are 3 Colossus, and they can definitely help out this army quite a bit.
Yeah, all the Colossus are being focused down. One goes down already.
They are, and look at that concussive shell. It's doing such a great job of sniping. That's the word.
Yeah.
Sniping the disruptors.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he's not using any purification novas to, like.
Well, he did, but the disruptors got sniped. Nice split coming down from INnoVation. No EMP so far, and that might be what kills this push, though, as the charge hits are already out, sniping down the ghosts.
Yeah,
but there is maybe just enough for INnoVation here. And actually, Trap's army supply has dwindled. His Colossus are already out, so that's some very expensive units. He invested a lot into disruptors, and he's lost half of them.
Insane that though, he's double expanding.
To make up for that, he is double expanding. And
Jesus
he's already
Christ.
starting to catch up in terms of army supply.
Trap.
Nice, he does go down, and another nice split from INnoVation. But these disruptors are super scary.
Yeah, I mean, if Trap gets away with it, I guess it's fine, but I feel like he should be focusing a little bit more on his army. Well,
I mean, Trap was very much using those disruptors to buy time, and look at that. He's already caught up in terms of army supply.
For sure. And again, applying all this pressure to the north, he's buying time and he's getting away with this double expansion to the south. And he's going to be able to, like, boost his economy, like, in the coming minutes. With that, we do have all these DTs, and INnoVation does see it. Well, he should be able to see it. I don't know. To be honest, maybe he didn't.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, a little bit of a misblink there.
He might have seen that blink, but maybe not that blink for it, though. That could be it. And this is isolating half of INnoVation's army. Trap is just going to go forward and just press on, really. He's going to take out this army, or this half of Inno's army, and deal with the rest. But Hot Pickup and Evacuate does make its way back. A single Liberator here will definitely help, and Inno is definitely making up that...
yeah, this is dangerous. INnoVation's army is split in half right now.
It is. These Liberators are pretty scary because there's not that many anti-air, though. And look at all the lips coming in, isolating the disruptors.
Oh my
Purification
god.
Nova does get a clump of the bio, but they die immediately to the Liberators. Starter stepping a little bit, Trap does.
Yeah, but he gets the base.
Inno has lost Inno has lost his 4th. And again, Trap is on what, 7 bases right now? 6?
Exactly, he has 70 bases. Oh my god. He has 6 bases. Inno's 3.
This is still a very scary position to move into, but a quick blink for it does manage to snipe all of the Liberators.
Yeah. And, like, INnoVation is forcing Trap back, but still, like, there's only one Liberator really that's holding the line. Like, as soon as that falls, like, there's nothing stopping Trap from pushing forward.
So much of INnoVation's economy, Juke game, or I guess WW.
GG.
Trap is gonna take that game 1. Whoo!
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm catching up on stream. Look at that APM. 600 for Trap and 700 for Inno.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. These are some very high skill players, high level players.
Yeah. Again, like, Trap, like, he had such a good early game where INnoVation, you know, he was going for Banshees, you know, he got his Raven sniped as well. Like, it just wasn't going his way. Trap was just doing everything right.
INnoVation did definitely have a bit of a moment where he did manage to snipe a lot of Trap's high-tech units, was able to push in, and he did actually double the army supply, but Problem is, a lot of that army supply was also back home, as he did not rally them across the map yet. I think that was the one moment that I don't know. I think it's possible that INnoVation might have misread how much Trap really had. Because if we go back, Trap's double expansion was definitely a gamble. Absolutely a gamble. If INnoVation had realized, wait, he's not reinforcing this offense, then INnoVation could have gone in and just straight up killed Trap. But sometimes you got to take risks, and sometimes fortune favors the bold.
Yeah, it also feels like Trap got he got away with a lot. I feel like.
He did. Well, it's kind of that, but Trap was also doing a very good job of making sure that he could get away with a lot, 100%. Catching off drops, making sure that he had the map control.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But we'll see if the tables can turn in game 2.
That we will as we load into Nightshade LE. And here in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss representing Jin Air Green Wings. It is Trap.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have the blue Terran representing Team KZ Gaming, KZG, as well as the Republic of Korea. We have one of the greatest Terran players of all time, and absolutely, I would say, one of the greatest players of all time. He is known as by... I'll go into that later, but he is not the imitation. That would be me. He is legit. He is INnoVation. I feel just like Bjorn right now.
I feel like we need you to cast more Terran players.
Right. Yeah.
Because you have your own alias for each one,
Yeah.
It's like he is not trash. He is.
I'm kind of kicking myself now because I'm just remembering we casted Taja the other day. Yeah, man.
Missed opportunity.
Kicking myself a little bit. It's a huge missed opportunity. But what I was going to say was the Wax Angel article where he was like, he did another one on Classic, which we won't talk about right now, but I'm very willing to talk about. Hey, I'll talk about Classic any day. But favorite thing to come out of that article was my new nickname for INnoVation. This effing guy.
Is that what Wax Angel wrote?
Yeah, he was like, so what does INnoVation do after doing nothing in 2018? Well, INnoVation, or as I call him now, this effing guy, decides, you know what? I'm gonna make bank.
Yeah, that he did. And yeah, I mean, we have had the WSG qualifiers for 2020 over the past couple of months. They're still not all done. The Latin American ones are next month as well. So yeah, we'll see if INnoVation is able to, to make it back and maybe make some more bank. To be fair, I can't quite recall who made it through the Korean qualifiers, or if they've even had them yet.
Wait,
I'm too sure.
I vaguely remember one of them, but I could be wrong. WSG does like to make it a little cryptic, let's say. Just a little bit exciting, keep everyone on their toes. If I'm being polite.
For sure. That is one way to put it. Yeah. I mean, we won't talk too much about WSG. Here we are. IEM Katowice.
We've got another world championship.
Exactly. Oh, these setups actually dealing quite a lot of damage. Forcing reduced mining time here at the natural, killing some Marines. Yeah.
It'll always be very annoying with adepts in the early game, especially.
What?
Oh, that he does, but.
What? INnoVation, please. He's gonna lose. He loses everything. He loses the Marines. He loses the Reaper.
He loses Marines.
Oh my god.
He loses Reaper. He grenades his SCVs.
There's more adepts as well. They get in because the wall is still down.
Yeah, questionable move by Inno. Will he
It's
leave
still
this
down!
down?
Why is it down? Raise deeper is INnoVation. Oh my god.
Look, Inno is just saying, no walls here. Everyone is welcome. I just realized we don't have game heart.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
what is happening? I don't
know.
I don't know if INnoVation
That
is
was
like
definitely
shook.
Trap asserting himself, saying, "Yo, I'll make you lower your depots."
Yeah, I feel like
I think INnoVation miscalculated. He was like, "Okay, if I lower these depots, I can rush the Marines forward, and this shade." I think maybe he thought that Trap wouldn't commit to the shade, but as you saw, he kind of did.
No, yeah, that could be it actually. Maybe he thought that he wouldn't commit to the shade, so he lowered it so the Marines could get into the bunker, in the low ground.
Yep.
I imagine, but yeah, he kind of underestimated like the power of 2 adepts, man. Like adepts are pretty good, and
Adepts
yeah,
are
like
pretty good.
They just dealt way too much damage than they should have.
I want to point out that before getting this Raven out, INnoVation went for a Viking.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And this kind of plays into INnoVation's fans because Trap is sort of going for a bit of a blink aggression.
Yeah, potentially he could be able to use that to focus down the Warp Prism, but he does have to be careful because there are stalkers, so they can protect the Warp Prism, and focus down the Raven, at least.
That it can. INnoVation doesn't see anything quite yet, but he does suspect something is up. Should see the Warp Prism now.
Oh, it gets the Cyclone and gets the Raven next.
Sniped, maybe? It does get sniped once again. Auto turret does go down, but will it be enough? I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Already running out of time, and all of the SCVs are pulled. Nice little blink micro from Trap, and the Warp Prism is still alive. Did the Viking go down? The Viking did go down.
The Marauders get focused down as well. The Marines are falling.
And so many CVs are falling.
Yeah. Oof. And behind this Trap, he's getting a third.
17 SCVs went down.
He's not all in by any means. He's getting a third up. He's getting his upgrades. He's getting shields. He's getting zealot legs.
All in, yeah. And that's a lot of SCVs.
That it is.
WW. And RIP Björn. That will be INnoVation not qualified. He had... it's weird, right? Because INnoVation had some really, really, really sick runs, beating Sue, almost beating Rogue, beating a lot of these other players, but then it's kind of a toss-up. I guess it is also a testament to Trap. He was very well known throughout last year of being, I would say, in the top 3 Protoss for sure, and definitely the best PvT Protoss. So it's also a testament to Trap. But yeah, INnoVation throughout the IEM qualifiers, it's been kind of weird. He would defeat, I don't remember who he defeated in the first, in the first qualifiers, but I do remember he lost his sound, so. I think he beat Cure? Question mark?
Yeah, for sure. And GG.
Or even arguably we're expected to lose to, I would say. And now Trap is really looking like he could go all the way. But if not, then I'm sure Chin here will fly him down regardless. They have their planes. And speaking of which, I'm pretty sure we should see INnoVation as well at the open bracket.
Yeah. He is
kind of flagship of Team Kaizi, along with Buddy.
I imagine when it comes to the Chinese teams, they could probably afford to send their players, and they can also get a return right on that as well. So I imagine we're gonna see like quite a representation of players in the open bracket, more so than any other year. I feel like. So it will always be good to tune in to the early stages of IEM Katowice. I feel like a lot of people kind of like sleep on that and they wait until like the playoffs or like the round of 16.
For sure. Because
But I
Katowice
feel
is
like
always wild, man.
yeah,
Anything can happen.
for sure.
And with that, do we know if there are any other matches available?
So we know that Impact versus Sue is happening right now, and they are in game number 1. So potentially we could get in, but I'm not too sure because there are quite a number of casters waiting for a series.
Right.
And Sue versus Impact already has Kraden as well as a couple of other people.
Ooh,
so
that's accurate.
yeah, they have Take TV, I think.
I mean, that was also the German casters were like trying to decide who do we want to cast.
Exactly. So there will be quite a number of people there. I don't know if they're going to have enough room for us. Unfortunately, CranKy Ducklings, we pride ourselves on like our team, but we are a team, so we do take up a lot of lobby slots when it comes to casters. So yeah, unfortunately, we do kind of have to make way for like more streams instead of
efficient streams. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So that is a bit of a shame, but GG, well played to Trap, and good luck because there is still another qualifying match here. They will advance on. Trap will face the winner of Impact versus Sue. It's going to be a sick PvZ. I'd love to cast it.
Sick.
Yep. I'll be cheering for my boy Impact, especially versus Sue.
Ooh.
I feel like that is a match that he can definitely take. As well as Sue, to be fair.
That's one that will. Yeah, I will say that's one that definitely. It kind of pains me that I have to pick a side, but I think I would have to go for Sue there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will see.
Had to make me pick one. Well, I mean, considering going Impact though, it's better to go for the other one.
Chances are we will probably host one of the streams that are casting them. Maybe Creighton. But yeah, as that's probably going to be it for us today for the IEM Korea Closed Qualifiers.
Yeah, we have an update. The WSG Korea qualifiers were played, and they were played along with Mongolia. So
yeah, that was it. Yeah. Unfortunately, CRS had to play with all the Koreans. Yeah, it's rough.
Always kind of funny to me.
Mm-hmm. As the one enough.
Let's get the highest population density region, and you know what? Let's throw Mongolia in with it.
Yeah, right.
I don't think a Mongolian player even played.
Well, I'm pretty sure CRS played at least. But
not according to Wikipedia. Maybe somewhere else. Maybe he did, but Wikipedia is saying that he didn't.
Well, Wikipedia only has like after a certain point, like not the earlier rounds.
Accurate.
But yeah, it would have made more sense to combine Mongolia probably with the C region. I imagine.
Yeah.
Instead of Korea.
It's a bunch of outsiders and misfits.
Yeah. But yeah. Where can we find more of you, Yaku? Before we
Twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. I have realized that I've not streamed yet this week, so I want to stream tomorrow, but coming down with a little bit of a something tonight, so we'll see. Twitter.com at Empora Yakuzaku, but you might probably want to follow Twitter.com at Steel_Mold or Twitter.com at Dodget232. They're much better at promoting me. And you can also find me on our Discord server, !Discord in the chat. Buy my shirts.
Yeah, and you can find me at light_VIP on Twitch as well as Twitter. I do stream occasionally if you wish to tune into some ladder streams. I do tweet about the events that we cast or that we organize as well. But you can help us out most by following CranKy Ducklings on on Twitch and Twitter, as well as joining our Discord server. As you know, that's where we all hang out. That's where we post about all of our events, about everything that we do, as well as other amateur or general events that take place in the StarCraft scene. We try and promote them as much as possible. And lastly, we are also partnered with Humble Bundle.
Here we are.
Yeah. So exclamation mark humble in the chat, or you can scroll down
really
to.
For that.
We do have we have 3 commands for that, as Kura likes to remind you. But yeah, we do have a button if you scroll down. We have a referral link, so if you wish to buy anything in the winter sale that is currently running, or if you want to, purchase any of the bundles, then you can support us as well as a charity of your choice. Currently, we are supporting Wires, which are helping out the animals affected by the Australian bushfires. So if you want to
save the koala, well, maybe not the koalas, but save the kangaroo.
Yeah. So if you want to support us, if you want to try and help out a charity, and if you want to purchase some games, then you can always click on that link below and help us out.
Sure. Thank you to Kuro for. I mean, I think she is working on a command, so that will be here soon. And other than working on a command, also for being the production and the observer for tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Without Kura, we wouldn't be able to run almost anything. So shout out to Kura for observing and handling the production, as well as taking care of all the behind the scenes stuff. But yeah,
I'm nodding my head.
I believe that is it for us for today. Thanks everyone for watching. We will be raiding one of the other casters, most likely Kraden, as he is covering Impact versus Sue. So if you want to continue watching, we'll be seeing that. There are also a bunch of other streamers if you want to check them out, like Chicken Man, Wardy, Winter, Base Trade, as well as other. Other language casters like Take TV or Gaming. There are a lot of community casters out there. Spread some love, support them. Check their streams out. I'd really appreciate it.
You need people to make a community, or you need a lot to make a community.
For sure.
And with that, suppose we will see you in whatever next one that we do.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye!